Hi Gemini, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Gemini Tarot, Gemini Love Tarot, Gemini Love Reading today. And as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Gemini Love Messages. Let's take a look at the energies coming in, Gemini. It's the Page of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Does somebody want to come in here with the truth? It looks like it. Queen of Swords energy, Libra ruled by Venus. And the counterpart to the King of Swords, which is your energy, Gemini. And the Page of Cups here, somebody's trying to find a way to tell you the truth. What is this about? You probably know, but we're going to dive in much deeper. We're going to take a deep dive here into your reading today, Gemini. This is a timeless reading. Trust the timing. And remember, you can find all your Gemini readings, all your Gemini love readings in the video description below. Also here at the Tarot Closet on the playlist tab. You'll find all 12 zodiac signs, all signs, tarot, collective love readings. And if you are a twin flame, you will also find very long, in-depth twin flame readings. They are back. They're here to stay. So feel free to explore. Let's continue checking out the energy coming in, Gemini. Interesting. The Two of Pentacles, which is presenting for me in reverse with the Three of Pentacles in the upright. So the truth here, it feels like a lot of this is, why is this taking so long? Because there are commitment issues. One of these pentacles is yours. What is the other one? Because we're seeing coming out of this energy of the Two of Pentacles, somebody who's struggling, who's coming in here to work things out. This is a coming together energy. It's collaborative. Look how our crow is standing on these Three Pentacles and reaching for the cherries. One of them is already here and the other crow has it. It's a teamwork. Like this is, you got to do this together. So there's definitely this energy of working things out. Are we building a life? Are we rebuilding a life? So a conversation around that. And again, that truth, I feel like, around what's taking so long. What else is coming through? Let's dive in. I just want to move the energy a little bit more. It is a reading where we're going into their feelings for you. Yeah, what you might need to know. What's on everybody's mind, or somebody in particular? Is anyone making a move? The Ace, okay, so there's some energies that are already, wanting to come in. Ace of Wands is in reverse, and so is the Two of Cups. Now here's the thing, it's in the partnership placement, so it's a really strong validation that you're either waiting for a marriage commitment or for somebody to reveal their feelings. And or I want to say there is some kind of a pause. You're navigating silence, or you're in a no contact, no communication, and or in separation energy. And that's the other thing, the truth around feelings, the truth around feelings about perhaps marriage or next level. And clearly there are delays around that with our Ace of Wands here in reverse. Okay, well, I wasn't actually quite ready because I wanted to move the deck some more. Interesting. So we have the Ace of Pentacles on the other end of the Ace of Wands in the upright, and the King of Swords is here. So there is a conversation here. I feel like communication. Gemini, this is your energy. Also Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication. And as I talk about in all your Gemini love readings, your ruling planet is Mercury, and it's strongly connected to reading and writing. So this could be around text message, SMS, social media. But how do you normally communicate? Do you talk on the phone? Can you see each other? Are there voice messages? The crow is staring right at the sword, which is transactional. And it's the counterpart to our Queen of Swords, who we already saw coming in. So the truth of why this is taking so long, it's really clear around the next level, Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, and also, by the way, along with that truth, there is an apology that's here. And again, I feel like that's around why this is taking so long. Yeah, here it is. Injustice. The King of Cups is here. Interesting. Look at the cup that's overflowing. They're kind of looking over their shoulder. Look at this sailboat, which is powered by the wind. It's communication. It's on the water, this emotional energy. Are there some true feelings here as well? That some feelings that have been hidden. Okay, so our Queen of Swords is back, and we also have the Two of Swords in reverse. There's definitely this energy of indecision, why it's taking so long. For some of you, that's directly connected to marriage. For others, it could be that it's connected to moving in. Look, I tell you what, the Two of Pentacles is back. It's really clear for me, because this is, again, one of these pentacles are yours. We also see it in the Ace of Pentacles. What is the other one? Why is it taking so long? Now, I want to validate if there's a situation if there's perhaps a karmic situation in someone's life, particularly this person, it can be validating with our justice energy here. But what's really more validating for me is the truth. The Queen of Swords, again, is back. And here with the counterpart, the King of Swords. The divine masculine energy in our King of Swords, the divine feminine energy in our Queen of Swords. You're both here, the communication. And look, it's here with the Six of Swords in reverse. It's like nothing has been worked out. You know, there's a validation of stagnation, that nobody's really moved on. The communication hasn't happened. This person's been indecisive, clearly around next level. For some of you, that is marriage. Again, that's really specific. Yes. And you've been here in this Hanged Man energy. In particular, this person. It's an energy of timing. Has somebody been ready? Somebody hasn't. Somebody's been available. Somebody hasn't. There's indecision. Somebody needing to get perspective. There's inaction. There's another apology that's here. It's like, this is why it's taking so long. And there's an apology around that. When you come out of the Hanged Man, you go into the Death card. And that's where there are some major changes, things that need to change and end for something else to begin and or continue rebirth, transformational energy. Yeah, and it's right, major arcana. So the bigger picture here with Justice, and on the other end of the Ace of Pentacles. The choice you're waiting for them to make. This is why it's taking so long. And again, this is yours. It's like digging in there. And also a validation, of an apology. And your cards are just kind of wanting to, well, interestingly enough, fly away. So I say that. The Ten of Wands is here. Whoa, the Three of Wands is here. The Four of Pentacles is here. The Ace of Cups. By the way, the Queen of Wands is here. Whoa. Okay. So the Queen of Wands is in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles came in reverse. It just flipped right over into the upright energy. That's a really slow moving energy. This is so validating. My gosh, the person that you're waiting on, literally, the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. The Hermit is in reverse. The Knight of my gosh. The Knight of Swords is in the upright. The Eight of Swords is in reverse. The King of Wands is in the upright. And the bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So some of you are, well, yeah, don't think some of you, it's just really validating in the reading today that this is all coming back to the Lover's card energy. This is coming back to the commitment. One of those pentacles is yours, and the Two of Pentacles, what is the other pentacle? Now, again, it could be a karmic situation around money, legal stuff, another person, maybe even another contract that's not complete. That's going to be really super specific. But there's definitely timing energy. There's definitely a wait. You're definitely sick of waiting. My gosh. Not only do we have the Hangman, we have the Hermit in reverse. And that is an energy of just kind of like giving up kind of energy. Like, is this going to happen? Because it's more than just a pause or a separation or even not communicating while you're waiting for this person to get clarity and to be clear. It's a validation that it's just been too long and there's something going on here. And it is around the Lover's card. And I do feel like this conversation here today, Gemini, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, because nothing's been resolved here either way, that around that there is a decision here in the Lover's card, which, by the way, this is your energy, Gemini. And it's connecting with Venus, the planet of love, of course, connected to the heart chakra. I love, and also connected to Mercury via you, Gemini. I love, I speak. The communication energy. So you love each other. You're butting heads on something. Look at our crows today. The heart between you, the love between you here is just really super clear. Yeah, but there is a head-butting kind of energy. It's even here in the Queen of Wands. Look, in reverse, but I want to show you the card. Two lions here. Generally, you know, the in charge of the pride, you could say. The entire lion, like the lioness and the cubs. But we're just seeing two intense lions here, looking straight ahead in this reversal energy. And our Queen of Wands here with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're waiting on this person, but they need to make a decision, make a move. Look, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You have one foot, maybe two little bird feet here out the door. It's waiting. And I just want to show you this energy. Waiting on Six of the Pentacles, reciprocity, the same feelings, or the same feelings about where you're going. And this beacon up here, sort of find your way back. Let's get on the right path here, but it's in reverse. And that's a wait. That's a wait energy. It's waiting on this person. It's just really clear, and something is coming off, okay? Yeah, it's revealing the Star in reverse. So your Lover's card wants to be your overall energy. And that's more validation for me of the wait. And there is some kind of, yeah, there is a kind of like a melancholy energy around it. It's around timing. For sure. Somebody's been ready, somebody hasn't, somebody's available, somebody hasn't. The King of Wands is here. So we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And that's more of that same energy. Like the King of Wands is going to make the move, is ready. Look, they're holding on to the wand, which is connecting with this person, actually. There's a rose on it. The offer, the Lover's card. And it's only one lion here now. And it's one of four kings under our emperor, the courage to make the move. Yeah, but it hasn't been the case. I really feel like you've been waiting on this person. The imbalance around that is really clear because you're also both here in that energy. For some of you, I also want to validate if this is around platonic and or physical to more. It's here. Now that's a really specific message, but I want to bring it through. The Three of Wands has been sitting here waiting patiently. And that really is a coming together energy. It's coming out of the Two of Wands. Like, what have you been waiting for? The move you're waiting for them to make energy is super strong here, Gemini. And it's this conversation is, I feel like, going to lead to a decision. Is it connecting to the Ace of Cups? Clearly. It's overflowing. So around the feelings, for some of you, this might be directly connected to marriage, if that's what you've been waiting for. Now, that's not for everyone, but it's here. And there have been commitment issues. It's not even a question, and it's connecting actually with the weight. But I also want to validate, the energy of the feelings that are in there. Look, it's overflowing. Somebody's looking in there kind of at their reflection. It's almost like an illusion. Like, is this, tired of waiting? What do you want? So super clear. The truth around that coming, a conversation and a decision, again, I feel like you're making together. There's a lot left unsaid that's coming through here with our Knight of Swords. It's fast. Look, our horse here actually has their eyes closed. And interesting that it's a white horse, because it is around emotional energy, but sometimes you can connect that white horse to like somebody coming in and swooping it up. It does have some of that energy, but it really is more around like this conversation that needs to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to lead to a decision that you're both making. And them getting out of this Eight of Swords in reverse, I kind of feel like both of you, because that's an energy of getting out of your head, you know, like, because I feel like it's been here, it's been in the upright. It's a holding back energy. And by the way, that is Gemini energy, but it's just more about, look, there's a blindfold and there's swords around and it's like nobody's moving here. This reversal energy is the swords are falling away, the blindfold's off. Yeah, it's a hopeful energy, and it's connecting to the communication. And by the way, the Knight of Pentacles came in reverse, and then it flipped right over into the upright. This is a slow-moving energy, but it's an energy of this is moving towards something bigger energy. This horse really wanting to, a workhorse literally, like wants to work it out. And we also saw that in the Three of Pentacles. We're seeing that in the communication. There is some kind of humility and apologetic energy here. Again, I feel like this is around why it's taking so long. And the truth of feelings and a decision. The Lover's card is not just kitty corner. It's directly connected here to the Lover's card. And our last tarot today is the Magician. You're in this energy, Gemini, as well as as Virgo, and your ruling planet for both of you, Mercury. The Magician is connected to the solar plexus chakra, I do, and the throat chakra, I speak, the communication. They have access to all the elements here, and the possibilities, the potential of where this could go is really super clear, but it's a matter of, it's a matter of this conversation. There's a lot of things here I feel like that need to be worked out and a decision to be made. I also want to validate if there is somewhere they maybe know that they could show up to see you, there's a high possibility of that. Like, they're just going to go for it. Now, I don't think that's for everybody, because I don't think in person is for everybody. And I feel like the wait here has been a long time. And look at this, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Wands. I mean, that's like, I'm sick of waiting. It's exhausting, you know? Hurry up. King of Cups, King of Wands. And King of Swords. 3, actually, of our kings under the Emperor here. We are missing the King of Pentacles. And that is not an accident, because that is what this is about, this conversation. Waiting on reciprocity about feelings for you and feelings of where you're heading in this relationship. So that King of Pentacles hasn't shown up yet. Oracle, I'm not reading it in reverse. Let's look and see what else is coming through. Interesting. Bond is here. It's taking me right here into the Lover's card. So it's really clear there is a bond here, and it's clear that you love each other. But it's also clear things have been stagnant or quiet, things are not worked out. A conversation needs to be had as well as a decision. A little bit closer here and hearing each other, I feel in this energy than I feel so much in the Lover's card, because you can see the headbutting there. Preparation. Look at that, right in between the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. And creativity connecting with the Magician, which is a Magician energy for me, like preparing to move toward you. So whether, again, it's in person or via message, just in general, the movement toward what you've been waiting for, the conversation about it. Also the Three of Wands here. Influences here. Interesting. So this could be connecting obviously to vice energy. It could be connecting to other people that have been influencing this person. It's kind of how things have got here. Why you have one crowfoot out the door, maybe two. Perspective, that's the Hangman energy, which is here, which is right on justice. So there is an energy, by the way, of making things right too. That's definitely here. But I feel like a lot of this is why it's taking so long, and there's a conversation around it, and there's a decision to be made. This is also Hanged Man energy. There is perspective. Somebody does have an apology to make. That's clear. And there are a lot of dandelions, look. The ones you make wishes with, and they have, like, they're surrounded. There's a whole field of them. And also a validation when you get out of the Hanged Man, moving into that Death card energy of some major things needing to change. And so things can begin or transform, a rebirth kind of energy. It's not quite in there yet. That's going to be, I feel like, around the conversation. Curiosity. Look, somebody's watching. You can see the crow coming in here, looking out the rain boots, but walking through the door. So if you're connected via other people or even social media, there's definitely that energy of communicating or just looking. Look, community. So that's another validation of perhaps other people around the two of you. But I also want to validate it. Look at how it's actually connecting with our lovers today. There is some apologetic energy here. You can see the roots. So this is both coming together, but it can be a validation that there are other people or a literal community in terms of where you're living that might be involved here. You can see the roots. Yeah. But that's also connecting to the roots between the two of you. So whether there are already roots there, or this is around wanting to know what somebody else wants. There, I tell you what, look, open-hearted is really connecting with this energy of communication. Bond, open-hearted, the lovers. And it's going to reveal something here because I'm removing that. It just revealed dreams. Literal, look, there's a key here. Somebody has their heads out of the cloud, has their head out of the clouds, like out of indecision. Revealing here with the key. I love you. Energy is strong. The truth. So if you've been waiting to hear those feelings, they're here, but I really feel like it's more than that. But King of Cups, the Lover's card. Ace of Cups, the bond, but look at this. So you can see there's two crows kind of flying out of this heart here that's open. This is around the conversation. preparing for that. It's right here with prepare and perspective. An open-hearted, honest justice, the Queen of Swords. Conversation and a decision that you're both making, and it really feels like it's overdue, like it's time. In dreams, that does connect to the Magician as well, like wish fulfillment energy. The Tarot Closet, channeled love messages from your person, love messages from their higher self. The bottom of the deck, I was stupid. It's connecting, where it took me actually was observation and Four of Pentacles. Like, yeah, it's connecting also with influence. So whether that's been around a person, advice, or money, it's like this person is acknowledging that that was a lot of what's been going on here. Recognizing that, getting perspective literally. And the perspective energy card and the Hangman. I talk to my friends about you. I talk to my friends about us. I feel so guilty. Wow. So it's here with influence. I feel like there's other people here involved, which could again be connecting to vice energy. That's really specific. But I am waking up. Gemini. I'm waking up. I'm getting clear. I'm making a decision. That's judgment energy. I don't want to lose you forever. It went right here with bond. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't reply. That's the star energy in reverse. That's Aquarius energy, by the way. You are my person too. Thinking of you. It's right here with perspective. And your last channeled love message from your person, Gemini. I've never felt like this. It's here with the Lover's card. Okay, Gemini, this feels really, it feels really emotional. It feels like it's time. And I really feel like it's also time for a decision here, because it seems like it's been a while. Beautiful, Gemini. That is your reading today. Thank you so much for joining me, Christine, here at the Tarot Closet. I'm sending you love, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at another love reading soon.